Hello, online world and family. Just wanted to come on as I'm out here in the garden and wanted to share a very valuable lesson. As you can see, we are growing a bunch of very beautiful tomato plants this year. So I'm out here today, though, in the midst of these tomato plants because beside them, you see all of this. These are weeds that are growing in between the tomato plants. And so we have to pull those up. But what I wanted to share with you is this, that weeds sometimes are extremely valuable. A lot of the weeds that we have here in our garden are weeds that have medicinal properties, are very nutrient dense. However, a weed is not called a weed because of its value. It is called a weed because of where it is placed in your garden. So if you have a bed of tomatoes and then all of a sudden you see, for some reason, a rose bush up in the middle of your tomatoes, that rose bush, although valuable, although beautiful, although able to be adored and appreciated in other places, is considered a weed because of its placement. So I just wanted to encourage you today to look at your own garden. Where are the weeds popping up? So the weeds could be things like ambition. The weeds could be things like determination. The weeds could be things like possibly even a friend that used to be your ride or die, but now, as you continue to grow and develop, is less so. Doesn't mean that you necessarily have to pull the friend up out of your life altogether. Just means that it's misplaced. So we have to examine our gardens and find out what weeds are there. And then we also have to find out, what do we do with the weeds? Are these weeds that need to be discarded right away because they're not something that's useful for our garden? Or are they simply misplaced? Is it something that we can pull up and maybe plant in its proper place with the proper boundaries where it can flourish and not hinder things that we actually want to grow in another space? That ambition may impede upon your rest. Again, that friend may not necessarily be the one you call in times of trouble, but you can definitely call them for coffee or to share a lunch conversation. Check out your weeds and decide where it needs to be placed. It's not about the value, it's about the placement. Have a loving and blessed day.